Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Memories Dogma Code 1. Last time I noticed that I was, in fact, recording the cursor, which is a little unfortunate, so I'm going back to a different recording software, and I don't have to worry about the cursor anymore. I think it'll be a better experience overall. I just have to remember to look at the program and make sure I am recording audio, which I do believe I am. And, yeah, let's go ahead and get started. We just escaped from, I don't know, what was that, like the lair of memories, or the Connect Center, I believe they called it. And presumably we're going to do something with this memory data that we stole. The high school we used to go to, Fuchuhoku High, is about 1 kilometer north of the Fuchu station. School gates aren't electronically locked. So instead of your MRD, you just use a key to open them. How old school. However, okay, one other thing I noticed. I do have my FPS counter in the top. Let me turn that off real quick. Alright, let's try that now. However, there are a few other places aside from the main gate where you can make your way onto the campus. You could call them physical security holes. Everyone at school knows about them, yet they still haven't been fixed. Thanks to that, we're easily able to sneak in. We walk through the unlit hallways and make our way to the Audiovisual Room.
信じられないくらいセキュリティが緩い学校ね。この現代にこんな場所があるなんて。
Just as Reina says, there are almost no buildings in this day and age that don't use MRDs to authorize entry. There's also the reason we avoided our university. Kakeru and I are in the engineering department. It's only natural that an engineering school would have pretty good security. It's impossible to enter the building without your MRD. And if you do use your MRD to gain access, there's a log of who entered at what time. It was okay, sorry, hold on. Alright, sorry about that. It was Kakeru's request that we use this audiovisual room instead. In today's society, there are Wi-Fi hotspots all over the place you can access just by verifying your ID. This verification process is almost automatic, so you're pretty much always connected to a Wi-Fi hotspot without having to manually select it. By the way, MRDs are usually also charged through a power over Wi-Fi system as well. However, there's no such Wi-Fi in the school. Man, this school is behind the times. They got manual gates, no Wi-Fi. Awful. Instead, this room has a number of cables connected to create a LAN to be used for informatics classes and the like that require a network connection. Let's learn about LAN. Who uses wired communications methods anymore, am I right? There's a router. What's a router? Tell me about the router. Oh, that's cool. I like routers. That connect this LAN to the outside network, so all anyone can see from the outside is the global IP. We're getting computer lessons here. This isn't just a visual novel. That means that all anyone could figure out is that someone connected to the internet from the school. In other words, this is one of the few places you can connect to the internet without having to be verified through your MRD.
ネットの孤島のようなこの学校にこの俺が感謝する日が来るとは思わなかったぜ。
You'd think they'd probably want to get that shut down. They'd be like, hey, school, can you guys use the MRDs like regular people? And stop using your, dial-up connections or whatever you got over there? As he says that, Kakeru takes a seat in the front seat of the classroom and puts his bag on top of the desk. He takes out his laptop and card reader. Reina and I sit down next to him. It feels like the desks are smaller than I remember. It's only been half a year since I graduated, but everything related to my time in high school feels like a faraway memory. Will my memories of Serrano turn into fragments of the past as well? Now is not the time to be worrying about this.
それで何から始めるんだ？
まずはデータの解析からだな。
Kakeru plugs a LAN cable into his laptop. Man, that laptop is old and starts talking very quickly.
それはそうと、さっき拝借してきたデータは正確に言うと記憶データのコピーじゃないんだ。
でもさっきはコピーだって言ってたじゃないか。
すまん。あの時は説明する時間がなくて面倒だったからそう言っただけなんだよ。さすがにあの電話型端末に記憶データをコピーする権限はなかったし、コピーできたとしてもこのカードの容量じゃとてもじゃないけど人の記憶なんていう膨大なサイズのデータは収まりきらなかっただろうしな。
So is it just like a I don't know, like phoning home into the main server or something? Permissions. Computer talk is cool, right? That's true. A person's memories must take up an insane amount of space. Now that he mentions it, it's pretty obvious a card like this wouldn't have enough capacity to store a person's memories.
それじゃあ
I thought this was the
俺たち
future.
が必死の思いで奪ってきたあのデータは一体何なんだ。
鍵だよ。
鍵？
このデータは本物の記憶データが格納されている場所、すなわちコネクトセンターのデータベースに接続するための暗号鍵なんだ。
Okay. Feel free to read these. I'm sure they're very exciting.
この暗号鍵を使ってそのデータベースにアクセスするための経路を調べるってわけ。
じゃあその本物の記憶データが
We already know about digituming. Is it going to tell me the same thing? Yeah.
ああ、お前の考えている通り、このコピーしたデータも無意味になっちゃうな。
ということはタイムリミットはあと6日ということか。
てか、もう夜だからな。実質あと5日だ。
We've only got 5 days left. It's not a lot of time.
さっき言ってたデータが不完全っていうのはどういう意味なんだ。
コネクトセンターの認証システムってのがまた結構手強いやつでさ、中枢にアクセスするためには1本の鍵だけじゃ足りないんだ。どうやら合計で5本の鍵が設定されてるっぽいんだけど、5本目の鍵をコピーしてる途中で時間切れになっちまったから、その鍵だけ不完全っぽいんだよな。まずはどうにかして5本目の鍵を探さなきゃならないってことだな。
それってかなり難しいんじゃないのか。
I may not be as much of a genius as Kakeru, but I'm an engineering student too. I can guess just how difficult it'll be to break into the Connect Center's authentication system.
まあ、この俺に任せとけって。
Kakeru says confidently before turning back to his laptop. Whenever Kakeru says he'll do something, he does it, so I know he'll pull through. Before long, I start hearing the rhythmic tapping of Kakeru typing away on his keyboard. Listening to him typing starts bringing back memories of high school. All we ever really used this audiovisual room for in high school was English listening classes. We had to listen to those people talking in English really fast, and then type out what they said word for word. Then the teacher would call on people at random and have them repeat what was said. It was a pretty hard class. If you didn't get the right answer, then you'd have to stand until someone else did. So everyone hated that class. It's like all the rules you made were designed to make you suffer. I remember one day after class, the girl who was sitting in front of me turned to the girl next to her and yelled, "Hey, what the hell? Do you think I'm stupid or something?" Mizunashi Serrano. She was the girl who was being yelled at. It's all but a vague memory now. I wasn't exactly eavesdropping, but since the whole thing pretty much played out in front of me, I more or less figured out what had happened. When that girl had been called on to answer, she completely blanked. So Serrano had whispered the answer to her. Apparently the girl wasn't very happy about that. I was just thinking, It's not like I didn't know. But because of you, I was forced to stand there and be made a fool of. How humiliating. Honestly, she should have been thanking Serrano for trying to help. But there she was, just yelling at her. Personally, I thought it was pretty unfair, but Serrano just sat there quietly, making no effort to fight back. To make things worse, other girls joined in to attack Serrano too. Don't you think you're better than us, or don't think you're better than us, just 'cause you're a little smart? She never talks, I can't tell what she's thinking. Why don't you say something, huh? Too good for us. The more they insulted her, the more their insults were stupid, the smaller Serrano seemed to become. But even then, she didn't say anything back. She just continued to endure the abuse. I felt disgusted watching them gang up on her like that. It was just the spectacle of a one-sided abuse. It reminded me of the time when everyone had deemed me unnecessary. I didn't even understand why they had to be so cruel, and all I could do was bear the pain and sadness, simply praying for it all to end soon. But that abuse had felt like it stretched on for eternity. Honestly speaking, I never really liked getting involved in fights between girls. I didn't even know anything about Serrano. But just that once, I wasn't able to let it go. If she thought she was too good for you, then she'd have just sat there and laughed at you. Can't you tell she was just trying to help? I thought I'd just muttered those words to myself. But my voice came out louder than I thought, and the girls all turned around. Serrano, too, turned around to me in amazement. It was only natural, I suppose. A loner like me who never talked with his classmates had suddenly butt into their conversation. I panicked, trying to think of what to say next. Then suddenly someone else joined the conversation as well. It's your guys' fault for being stupid. The one who said those harsh words had been Kakeru. The girls all stormed off, spitting words like, "Unbelievable," and "Who does he think he is?" We were in the middle of bullying her and you interrupted us. As we watched them all leave, Kakeru and I looked at each other and exchanged our very first words. You think I went too far? Nah, I was thinking the same thing. Then Serrano finally relaxed a little and smiled. I remember that part well. It was a very warm smile, like that of the spring sun. It was from that day onward that our relationship started to grow. Serrano called out to Kakeru and me, and took us to that cake shop, Zelkova, as thanks for helping her out in class. Sitting there across from everyone, in a corner of that cafe, I felt a profound sense of comfort being with them. My only impression of them before that was that Serrano was a quiet girl, and Kakeru was a gadget otaku, who was also fiddling with some machine or the other. But when I actually talked to them, I realized we got along pretty well. We talked for hours that day, as if we'd already been friends for ages. I found out later that Kakeru and Serrano had known each other for a while, but never really talked. Of course, they thought of me as just the mysterious transfer student. I remember Serrano smiling as she said it was strange how we were able to get along so well despite all that. And from that moment forward, I knew I was a main character. I come back to my senses only to find Reina staring at me, confused.
いや、なんでもない。
ソラノだっけ？彼女のこと？
At Reina's perceptive comment, I nod.
さっきあの部屋でソラノは何を言おうとしてたんだろうな。
そうね。どれほど脳科学の研究が発展して脳機能の解明が進んでも、その人が今何を考えているかまではわからないのが現状だから。直接ヒロキたちの会話を聞いたわけじゃないから、これは完全な憶測だけど、状況から察するに 記憶を再現するためのアルゴリズムが何らかの原因で不具合を起こしたのかもしれない。
Yeah, sure, I'm glad they're gonna teach me what algorithm means.
記憶の電子化もまだパーフェクトとは言えない状態だから。
どういうことだ？記憶の電子化ってもう確立された技術じゃないの
Yeah,
か？
that's literally what she just said.
残念ながら。
Reina coughs slightly, then begins to speak.
数年前まで様々な国が脳機能のマッピングやシミュレートを実現させるためのプロジェクトを推進していた。有名なものだとアメリカのブレインプロジェクトやヨーロッパのヒューマンブレインプロジェクト、どこかで一度くらい名前を目にしたことはあるんじゃない？それらの先行研究のおかげで今では人の脳機能マッピングは完了しているし、E メモリーのような技術の礎にもなった。
What does map mean? Okay.
でも人の記憶に関する研究についてはまだ未知の部分がある。記憶そのものを電子化することについては確立されているけど、その記憶の再現を実際の脳が行うのと同じように実行することにはまだ限界があるってことよ。
Like she told us last night, it seems she's pretty knowledgeable about people's memories.
レーナって本当に記憶の電子化について詳しいんだな。
まあこのくらいのことは大学にいた頃に勉強したから。
Kakeru suddenly raises his head.
ってことはさ、レイナちゃんは軽く20代半ば。
失礼ね、まだ17歳よ。
Ah, of course she's the child prodigy person.
マジで？
I went to college when I was 13.
俺たちよりも年下だったのか。でもそれだと計算が。
アメリカで飛び級して12歳の時に大学を
Yep,
卒業した。
there we go. Reina states casually, "You hear about them on the news sometimes, but to think they're really people like that in reality, who graduate college around the time most people would be graduating elementary school. When I hear about Reina's academic history, exclaim."
そうだったのか。驚いたな。
別にそんな大げさなことじゃない。
Reina plays it off like it's nothing. I feel like that just makes her look even more amazing. Either way, I now understand that Reina is extensively informed on this topic.
あなたたちは高校生なの？
いや、俺たちも一応工学部の大学生ではあるけど。
Hearing that, Reina looks up at us sharply.
そうなの？
うん、そうだけど。
じゃあウィルソン・ニッケ教授が半年前に発表したバーチス・イン・ナートン・ダイヤー予想に関する論文ってもう読んだ？
Of course I have, but, explain it in case any of us are too dumb to know what it is. One of the Millennium Prize problems denoted by America's Clay Mathematics Institute is considered one of the 7 great unsolved mathematical conjectures of our time. The conjecture is as follows. Let there be an elliptical curve E over global field K, when the rank of the Albion group E of K of points of E is equal to the order of the 0 of L, ES, at S equals 1, where L denotes Hasse-Weil L function. The first person who manages to prove this conjecture is promised a $1 million reward by the Institute. Well, I can tell you that's not gonna be me. Reina looks straight at me as she asks that. She's staring at us with an excited, expectant look on her face. In response to Reina's question, I say, yeah, I know all about it. Trying to live up to Reina's expectant gaze, I start talking.
もちろん知ってるさ。 ダイヤ予想な。
Hey, why the hell am I pretending like I know what I'm talking about? I just agreed with Reina because I didn't want her to think I'm stupid.
本当、あの論文、私の周囲では見解が割れていて、なかなか面白いのよね。
I also was pretty split on its conclusion as well.
見解か。見解。そうだな。個人的にはまだ議論の余地があるような気もするよな。
なるほど、確かにね。私もまだ引っかかってる部分あるし。ふむ。
Reina crosses her arms and falls deep into thought. I'm reaching my limits in how much I can BS this. If she asks anything more specific, I'm screwed.
ちなみに、ヒロキはどういう？
Kakeru must have sensed my desperation, because when Reina starts to speak again, he suddenly interjects.
ああ、そういえばさ、レイナちゃんは大学を卒業してから何してるんだ？
え？
Reina's gaze wanders for a bit. Then after deliberately choosing her words, she says,
最先端の研究開発を行っているところで働いてる。
Reina doesn't elaborate any further and simply shrugs her shoulders.
私のことはいいでしょ。それより、ソラノの記憶よ。
With that, Reina too abruptly changes the subject. If she's doing cutting-edge research, there's probably classified company secrets she can't talk about. I decided not to ask any further and instead opt to return to the topic of Serrano's memories. What's important right now isn't Reina's history, it's Serrano's memories.
記憶データへのアクセスについてはカケルに任せるとして、無事にアクセスできたとしても、また同じエラーが発生してしまう可能性もある。だから、その他にもアナログ的なアプローチを試してみるのも一つの方法かもしれない。
アナログ的アプローチってのは具体的には何をするんだ？
例えば、ソラノが持っていた持ち物やソラノが知っている場所が映った画像データを見せてみるとか。
そんな単純なやり方でソラノの記憶が戻るのか？
もちろん確証はないけどね。試してみる価値はあると思う。
まあ確かにここでカケルの作業を眺めてても仕方ないよな。
いいじゃん、行ってこいよ。こっちは一日でどこまで進めるかわかんねえしな。
5 days remaining. Now we're on the run in the streets. As we walk outside, the light of the morning sun beats down on us. I grimace and turn away from the light as it pierces my eyes.
さすがに徹夜は辛いな。
そう？そんなに珍しいことじゃないと思うけど。
一般的にはそうそうあることじゃないだろう。
ヒロキも工学部の学生なら、そのうち大学の研究室で夜通し実験することになる。
まあそうかもな。ってなんでレイナもついてくるんだ？
Reina was following along like it was completely natural, and when I pointed out, she just shrugs.
カケルは助言が必要なタイプじゃなさそうだから。
I'm enjoying this music. This music's nice. Like, some of it's, you know, slightly generic, but none of it's, like, particularly bad.
ヒロキはすぐ本題を忘れてフラフラしそうだし。
I can't really say anything back, since she's right. Seeing me suddenly fall silent, Reina hurriedly continues.
ごめん。気を悪くした。
いや別に他の人からもよく言われるし。
I remember Kakeru and Serrano telling me I spaced out too much too. I'm sure that's just the kind of person I look like to others.
お前 直に物を言いすぎるって先生にもよく言われてたのに未だに治らなくて。
先生、大学の？
ええ、大学にいた時すごくお世話になった人。
Feels like Reina is looking somewhere far away when she says that. Probably to America, or something. I hesitate to say anything and simply stare at her face. Someone she's greatly indebted to, huh? Speaking of people you're indebted to, the person we're about to go visit right now is someone I'm greatly indebted to, too.
ところでどこに向かってるの？
空野の家だ。空野の持ち物を借りられるかと思って。
それはグッドアイデアね。
We walk and talk before finally stopping in front of a house. It's the house where Serrano and her big sister Aoi lived.
ここに空野の家族が住んでいるの？
今ここに住んでいるのは葵さん一人だ。
葵？
空野のお姉さんだ。今は朝の7時過ぎか。もう起きてるかな。
Honestly, there's more important things I should worry about, instead of whether or not she's awake. I didn't go to Serrano's funeral. The funeral's where people die, or not where they die actually, but where they're mourned. So the last time I came here was when Serrano was still alive. When I came over to hang out. I haven't seen Aoi-san since then either. I wonder what Aoi-san thinks of me. I didn't even go to Serrano's funeral. While thinking about all that, I suddenly grow scared of pushing the intercom button. But...
何よ。
Reina pushes the intercom button without any hesitation.
お前って知らない家のインターフォンを平気で押せるんだな。
ヒロキがもたもたしてるから代わりに押してあげたんじゃない？
As always, she's right, so there's really nothing I can say back to her. As I stand there panicking, suddenly,
はい。
I hear a voice over the intercom. It's Aoi-san's voice. It feels like it's been years since I last heard it. Aoi-san's voice sounds really weak.
俺です。楠原です。
あら、ヒロキ、ちょっと待ってて。
Before long, Aoi-san comes to the front door. Oh, hello there. She looks even more haggard than I remember. Despite that, she still smiles warmly upon seeing my face.
いらっしゃい。来てくれたんだ。
Compared to the quiet Serrano, Aoi-san was always the lively one. Though they were pretty different, both sisters had a very optimistic side to them and got along very well. I wonder what Aoi-san must have felt as she saw Serrano lowered into her coffin at the funeral.
お久しぶりです。
At a loss for words, I mumble a vague greeting. This is so awkward, and I'm sure Aoi-san is thinking the same thing. After a short silence,
あれ？
Aoi-san notices Reina standing behind me.
突然お邪魔しちゃってすみません。
That's right. I didn't even go to her funeral, and now I just show up with some unknown girl in tow. She has every reason to think badly of me.
そんなことないよ。来てくれてありがとう。空野も喜ぶわ。
But Aoi-san is still treating me with such kindness.
あなたも空野の友達なの？
Aoi-san asks Reina.
はい。折笠レイナと言います。
She says it so naturally that I reflexively nudge her elbow and ask,
今思いっきり入って答えたな。
細かいことはいいじゃない。
Aoi-san watches our little exchange with a smile before speaking up.
そう。私は空野の姉で水無葵です。よろしくね。